Today we're going to reassemble these haze stroker grams. I'm going to start with the masters. Take it like this. Take the bladder here, put it in. Seat it like that. Take the cover. All these parts have been nicely cleaned, nice and shiny. Take the cover, put the cover on. Make sure it aligns up and doesn't cut the seal or anything. Wiggle a little bit. Got 4 new screws. Put another one in across from it. These are T10 Torx. Don't tighten them too much. Another one in. Last one. Sliders on. Take your piston. Take your piston, put a seal on. That goes on really easy. We'll put a new seal on here. So we put all the seals back on our piston here. And I'm gonna put it back in the master. Have it like this. Drop it. Shove it. The wiper seals also need to be facing down, so the cup is supposed to push. Grab a cup assembly. Or a ball joint assembly. So you have this old circlip here, and I'm going to replace it with one of these newer ones that we have. They're a little thicker, they're a little stronger, they won't bend as easy, a little easier to put in. So put this over here, drop the stack over, ball joint, washer, circlip, push it down. The other thing about these circlips too is that the holes are a little bigger, so you can use a slightly larger pair of circlip pliers than the original one. Yeah. Seated, looks like that, looks nice. Go get 2 flanged bushings. Pop them in. That. Put one in here. That. Grab a lever blade. Lever blade. Dials with detents. Or pivots with detents. Purple adjuster, pivot pin, a very tiny spring and ball bearing. There you go. Grab the ball bearing. That goes in. Takes a little bit of time trying, but cap it. Make sure you don't drop this assembly. You'll regret it for the rest of the time you'll be building these brakes. Put the assembly in like this. Push it. and we'll pivot. Grab it, put it over here, put it over your ball assembly. You got this ball joint has flats. The threads have flats, so you're going to want to align it in a plane. It's flat on the sides, yeah. You can kind of see it. So you're going to put this over. Turn the dial right hand, righty tighty. It's fine thread, so it's gonna take a few turns. Put in the pivot. That. Tighten up the Allen here. Keep your pivot in. That. It's quite dry right now, so I'm gonna fill fluid and I'll show you how snappy it is. Take the clamp, put the clamp on. Grab these 2 bolts. We're good. This is what it looks like. You will also need to put the bleed plugs in too, but for now we're going to leave those out just because these will be installed shortly. I'm going to do the other lever and come back. So I put together this caliper. Put in new seals. Grab a little spoon tool, if you can find one. Put the seal up like that. No scratches, nothing wrong. Grab another seal. Pop it in. See, this one's twisted. Yep, so I'm gonna straighten that out. Yeah. Another one. Gonna take the pots, put these in. So you're gonna probably want to lubricate these. Lubricate these seals. Make sure the piston's going easier. Put the brush aside. Get the piston pot. Put it in. Buttery. Heard that click. Put this one in. 2 fingers. Here it goes. So, wipe. Wipe. That. Grab your seal. Put it in here. I like to Loctite these a little bit with some blue. It just ensures that it'll absolutely, positively never come apart by rattling. So you're screwed together like that. Grab another one. But nice, so everything's clean too, so it's gonna lock up. Should lock up pretty well. So you see there's a little gap by the seal there, so you gotta cinch that up. Just keep tightening on the bolt. Take the other one. Crush it. Make sure you're nice and tight. Don't strip them out though. The other thing too is you gotta put in the blue port. We're gonna leave that loose for now too. We have caps for these as well. Pop the retainer over like that. Wiggle it a few times to make sure it's at the absolute bottom. Take the rest of the cap. We have these on our eBay too. Just push it over. Clean. Nice. And that's it for that one. Move on to this one. I'm not going to film putting this one together. I'm just going to show that we have to clean up these really nasty burrs. They can be seen in the previous disassembly video. We cleaned up all these burrs on this thing because it had someone ate away the caliper body. There's actually a step here, so it's just clearanced a little more than factory spec. Yeah, it's got a little bit more of a gap, but other than that, it's good. I'm gonna put these together and then put an after shot of what they look like. There's an after shot of what they look like. Nicely put together, clean, and ready to go back out on the trail again. So, pretty cool. Carbon levers, titanium bolts. Can't get much better. Pretty lightweight too. Reliable. Anything better than Madura. And a Shimano. Shimano maker. I have a slight hatred toward mineral oil brakes. Maybe trick stuff. That's the one. But anything else that comes OEM spec or even aftermarket, kind of garbage. So 1113. Top bar. It's been quite a few months since we rebuilt these Hayes strokograms. It's been a while. They've been being run since then. You know, bike's dirty. And this is how they're still firm. And the seals are very good. They haven't turned sluggish or they haven't started seizing up. And I don't think they're going to. They've only gotten better. Very firm brakes. Just hits that point right there. Snappy levers. Looks good. You know, no squeaking. No creaking, and they just return so nicely. Firm brake. Calipers are also doing well. You can see the dust trail in there, the soot mark. Other than that, it's a great brake set, firm, reliable. Dot fluid, my favorite. I don't really run mineral brakes because most of them are pretty bad. No leaks. Pretty awesome. Thanks for watching.